Welcome to this session on how we assess flexibility and range of motion in both athletes and clinical population groups. As a caveat to this, if you're perhaps not comfortable or less confident with muscle physiology, it may be worth going back to previous sessions to do with the physiology of force generation, and also going to look at the sessions to do with the stretch shortening cycle as well. They may well help with some of the background assumed knowledge within this session. With that notwithstanding, let's kind of dig into what we're going to focus on. Well, initially, we're going to evaluate what we actually mean by flexibility and why there is a need to assess this as a fitness parameter. It's a very much overlooked parameter, as we'll start to discover. We're then going to explore the difference between direct and indirect methods for assessing flexibility and range of motion. And this is really important because fundamentally, the majority of what we do, most instances, are using indirect assessment tools. And we have to really evaluate those, as we're going to do in point 3 here, in the context of validity and reliability. We have to establish whether the test is fit for purpose. Well, if we're thinking about what flexibility is or range of motion is, they're both kind of interchangeable terms for us. Well, fundamentally, this definition here by De Vries from 1986 is probably as good as you're going to get. It is very much the range of possible movements in a joint or series of joints. And that's fundamentally what we're assessing. We're assessing the range over which a joint, it could be a single joint articulation, or a series of joints in series, what that range of motion is. And that's all we're interested in. That's all this is a measure of. I think sometimes we overcomplicate things. Just go back to the very, very simple thing. It's the range of motion in either a joint or series of joints.